Hello, welcome back to some post-LP Battle Brothers content. I'm Jade Star.
I'm the ghost of Jades.
And here we are at the Orc Outpost Fortress Tent City of Obarakk, because I wanted to show off an Orc Warlord, something I didn't get to do during the LP. Orc
This is
Warlords.
a swamp.
Yeah, it's a swamp. It's terrible.
I was promised that the swamp would be drained. Thanks, Obarakk.
Hey. I think we actually should blame Truffic for it. Thank you.
Okay.
All these campaign promises that were not realized. So Orc Warlords, and aside from just being incredibly dangerous fighters themselves, come with a rather big retinue of Orc warriors, and then a few youngs and a few berserkers. And yeah, 19 on 12 is not where you want to be against orcs usually.
No. I mean, even just normal mix of Orc Young and Orc Warriors, 19 of them would be... Expect some people to get grievously wounded, if not.
Right, but with a heavy focus on the top-end units, this is dangerous. This is a bad fight. Like, I'm really lucky I have this bit of swamp where I'm at, and that I can kind of hold and try to make them just cross the murky water and then fight me kind of amphibiously. That's going to help a lot if I can manage.
What is it? It's 25% penalty to melee skill and defense. Yeah, it's going to help more than a lot. It's going to help substantially.
Yeah. Also for this fight, knowing that there's going to be a lot of Orc Warriors, I changed up who was in the order, or at least everybody was healthy, so I made some very particular picks. I absolutely want to have Mojangles here with that sledgehammer, or the two-handed war hammer.
Yeah.
Battle hammer, whatever it's called. Just because Orc Warriors, as we've seen, have just so much hit points that you need something, or so much armor too. Armor's the important part. I need something to smash through all of that armor. And then I also have Sigmar with his Warhammer and Megain with the Warhammer for the secondary ability, Destroy Armor. If I can get them to get a couple of shots on each Orc Warrior with Destroy Armor first, and then let the other people attack, it's going to help out a lot. Oh, right here I think I was realizing that Skippy could be melee-based. It's going to cost me a shot on that Berserker, but I need to make sure that my archers don't get engaged in melee. So I'm trying to move, get that line there. I need to get that hex south of Travelug filled, kind of scoot everybody up and onto the ground. And I think I have enough time.
So I'm really digging this background music happening right now.
Oh yeah.
It's suitably ominous. Feeling a little bit the Mars suite from Symphony of the Planets.
A little bit, yeah. It feels suitably orcish to me, like something I might expect out of Mordor.
Yeah.
Or Shadow of War.
Oh.
Yeah. So Intimidate, great skill, especially against orcs. They don't have particularly good resolve, at least definitely not the young or the berserkers. And that one's, panicked and fleeing already. I'd like him dead. So my plan is kind of twofold in this. First off, I've covered I have heavy weapons to break through armor, and I need to use that because it's threefold. Phase 2 is keep them in the water and fight on the shore to try to maximize the melee advantage we have on them. But one of the big things I need to try to capitalize on is morale. It's much quicker to make an Orc Warrior break by killing some young or berserkers directly next to them than it is by actually trying to plow through their armor. So if I can cause morale panic and try to get a couple of them out of the fight due to morale, that's going to save me just a world of trouble.
Yeah. If only Travelog could actually take that swing.
Right? So the Berserkers are actually kind of a liability to the orcs in this sense. They're probably not actually going to get to do anything in melee if I focus on them with range, because they don't carry shields. They're in murky water. I'm going to try to kill them so that they demoralize the people they die next to. That fucking shot did nothing. I mean, it was a 95% chance to hit, so I took it, because you always take those good high odds, but it's just like arrow to an overhead warrior. Just nothing.
Yeah, just too much in the way of hit points.
Bonk. Fucking... So, Young have this annoying, and Berserkers have this annoying habit of charging and causing a stun effect, which is really annoying, because it means anytime there's a gap on your front line, one of your dudes is probably getting stunned. The upside, though, is that those are now spots occupied by shitty Orc Young that aren't nearly as dangerous as the Warriors. So I kind of want to actually leave Orc Young there up front and only make a gap or two for real threats to come up and get focused on. So ideally, I'm going to have somebody take a swing at them, and since a whole lot of my people need crippling strikes, I want to try to put a couple of injuries on each of their Young or Berserkers as they get up there, and then leave them alone. And then wait for the Warriors to come in, and then try to focus on those. The other great, well, not great, but the other reason for that is, if you remember, Orc Warriors can just kind of body charge people and push you out of the way.
Right.
I really don't want them doing that. I want them sitting in the goddamn water. I want my people on the land, and I don't want them just shoving their way through my ranks. If I can hold ranks, this is going to be really great. Hey, also, remember Flamester's profession.
You did say you picked up, like, 4 nets.
I did, and we're going to see a few of them in this fight. So, I guess I also forgot. I really shouldn't have, since I recorded this yesterday. That, I did pick up these nets, and they're super useful, and that they're also going to come in to play. I'm going to throw a few of those. Being able to buy a few extra turns with them is also super helpful. Right about now, I kind of wish Mo was where Ridge was. I was hoping more of the Warriors would go kind of north or top screen and run into Mo's Warhammer. Because Mo is going to absolutely just be able to destroy armor.
Nice.
2 out of 3. Now that I realize it, I might have wanted to go for the straight line swing and got that Berserker.
Yeah, but, I mean, 3 attempts versus 2.
Yeah.
Plus, is reach advantage? I know we've talked about this and I can't remember. Is
Per
reach
target
advantage?
hit.
Per target hit, yeah, okay.
So yes, if you have an axe, you could theoretically get it to stack 6 times in a turn with a round swing.
Yeah.
Could have stabbed the Berserker, but I wanted to get my frontliners' morale back to steady. Losing that 10% to stats because of the first part of below a steady morale really sucks.
Yeah.
I want to get that up.
Charges.
Yeah. And blink and I missed it. Who took out that guy all of that Orc's armor? I know Traveler got a hit on it.
Traveler got a hit on him, but that's like the 3rd or 4th hit that Herc did.
Oh, okay. So this is actually going really super well. There's 3 dudes routed. 2 of them are based, which is great, because that means they're going to take up a spot where something dangerous could be, but isn't. And I don't have to pay attention to them. They'll try to move away at the end of their turn, and then either they'll get away, or they'll get hit and stay there and continue to occupy that space to prevent something dangerous from taking over.
Oh no, where did the Orc go?
Right?
Oh, that chief.
He's huge. Just look at him. He is
Orc
also...
there.
Oh yeah, and then you see the big morale swing when that kill or when that kill happens. It's great.
Right.
The Orc Chief is also carrying a Man-Splitter Axe, as well as a couple of the Berserkers. Really don't want to get hit by this. I think it'll be in the post directly after this fight, but I compare the stats on those Man-Splitter Axes to Rail's Axe. They do a shitload more damage than the two-handed Battle Axe.
Oh yeah, the Man-Splitters. Like, all of the Orc weapons just do more damage, but...
I was just looking at those icons.
Yeah.
Can't try to improve his morale more than once a turn.
but just the fatigue associated with them.
Negative 34 to equip. Every swing builds up an additional 5.
Yeah, it's just they're almost entirely unused. If you got a dude with a ton of fatigue, you can use them, and they're worth using because there are only so many ways you can improve your damage.
Right.
But
if I put it on rail, I think he would get maybe 3 swings in during the course of a fight before, like 3 swings in a row, before he just fatigued out and needed to rest.
Yeah, but you've got guys with decent fatigue, but not great. The kind of like the day 400 post game thing is like the goal for a lot of people is something like 80 or 90 fatigue.
Right. Plus Milk has that, actually. He's really good on fatigue. I think McGain is close to it. That's why he's got the heavier armor on. Rail absolutely does not, but that's also because of his profession. He's a retired swordsmaster, and they take intrinsic penalties to maximum fatigue. He's old. This is not where I wanted Flamester to be. He's caught in the woods. And that is not where I wanted that orc to be either. Or, oh crap, yeah. Oh, Flamester is in a bad spot.
Only rail is there.
Flamester does have rotation. But then rail is surrounded by a bunch of dudes.
Exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah, oh, round swing, right. Except we'd hit Flamester as well.
Well, I mean, just rotate, shield wall, and then round swing. Get that reach advantage.
Theoretically a possible move I could do. Alright, so this Orc Warrior up here is broken through, which I'm not happy about. But he's next to Mo, so he's gonna get just wailed on with a sledgehammer. Oh, I got his head. Damn. I kind of hate hitting the head sometimes because it means, like, especially if they've got a heavy helmet, it's kind of wasted damage potential if that's the only swing that hits their head.
Right, yeah. Well, it's like we were talking about some other enemy previously in between videos. If you had the opportunity, you'd always want to hit the body.
Right.
If you could reduce your chance to hit the head to 0, you probably would want to take it.
Right. Ah, that's a good overhead swing.
One Orc Warrior that's not going to be doing anything.
Yar. That was only an 80% chance. It can't be that mad at.
Tactical kill.
Yep. Get those morales shifting. And then also he's got the Berserker got his time units back, AP back for a second stab.
Yeah.
Now that Orc Warrior barely has it. 2 of them are routing and badly damaged.
Yeah, that Orc Warrior is not going to make it out.
No. Flamester is still in a really bad situation, but it's not as bad as it could be now. The 2 orcs that charged in and pushed in are paying for it, and they're not getting to any, like, soft, squishy people. Like, I mean, Frankomatic's, like, right next to this one, but he's routing, so I don't care.
Yeah, is Lord Humongous hiding in the boat?
Yes.
Okay, because I kind of lost track of him.
Look at that asshole. Dodging off Flamester.
What a jerk. I mean, I know he's going for the squishies, but... yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, now I don't really need the round swing so much, huh? Whoop, hello.
Oh, yeah.
Lord Humongous is approaching.
Lord Humongous demands pancakes.
Oh, he fucking dodged off. Kind of alright with that, but they'll probably rally, my worry.
See, I know you tend to really prefer, spears and pikes as the backliner, but this is where having bill hooks would have been really, really nice.
Why is that?
Yeah, because bill hooks have the push ability?
No, they have the pull ability.
Okay, I'm sorry. The ones that has the push ability.
Yeah, that's pikes. Pikes.
Oh, is it? Wait, pikes have...
Yeah.
Why have you not been pushing these fuckers off, then?
Because Orc Warriors are immune to it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, especially like shield bash or the pike poke. I mean, the scythe can't do it, but pikes can poke and knock a dude back. But orc warriors are immune to it.
Oh. Well, is the tactical netting?
Tactical netting.
See, if you had flames to do the shield wall, you could round swing safely.
Could. Although I do have a 95% chance on Scabskra. Shish kebab? Whatever. Or the Orc Warlord Shish kebab?
I feel like that's racist against orcs.
How is that racist against orcs?
I mean, would you appreciate if somebody just didn't give a shit about pronouncing your name properly?
I mean, would I be a filthy orc?
Wow. Way to prove my point.
Yeah, see, here you can see Mr. Yar, the button on 2 is the poke that you're talking about.
Yeah. It's just one of those situational things that I almost never actually see used.
Right. One of the downsides about poke is that it doesn't actually do any damage.
Well, yeah, but...
If it did damage, or at least half damage, and poked them and maybe cost more stamina, I might use it more often. But since it doesn't do any damage...
Also being cognizant that now...
Yeah.
Orcs can't... Now that I'm aware that orcs can't be maneuvered in that way.
Right.
If it weren't orcs, this would be the ideal time to worry about, like, dumping someone into minus 25 melee defense water.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, it'd be great. Also, in addition to not being able to be maneuvered... oh! Rail. Oh, that's going to bleed a little bit. They also can't be stunned.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
They can be fatigued.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, maces and stunning would be super great against orcs.
There was I vaguely remember there was a time when you could I know that some people really prefer maces against orcs for the fatiguing.
Right.
But we've already had that discussion. Orcs have a lot of fatigue.
Yeah.
I don't think you could reliably fatigue them out. But hey, round swing. God. Damn
that would have been a great job. Oh, shit, you're right. I didn't realize. Yeah, he had 4 hostiles next to him and no friendlies. That would have been a perfect round swing opportunity. My bad.
Oof.
Cut artery isn't terrible, but, I mean, it's herp in the water next to Shazkarab. Skabskra.
Shagahad.
Shamalama.
Shyamalan.
Shawarma. Ooh, shawarma, yes.
I'm so angry that there's no shawarma down here.
Souvlaki.
See, I could also go for souvlaki.
Yeah. Oh, here's a first, I think.
Oh, fuck, no ammo.
Yeah, actually fired 10 shots.
Why is my weapon going click, click?
Bows don't typically go click, click. I had to count the stamina here, because it takes a lot to throw a net, but I had just enough. Suck shits, Gasko Gob.
For all the viewers, Jay does not have Tourette's.
Functionally inarticulate.
Hey, getting some use out of a company.
It's a nice skill. It's a little bit opportunity cost. Like, it's really high in opportunity cost. But
if you're using recover, you're not spending fatigue.
Right, but I mean,
you're not
also
doing something.
Anything else? Yeah, it's better than just ending your turn having done nothing, because you'll get the benefits of that anyway. You'll get the 15 stamina back, but you're losing the opportunity to stab it or something. Oh man, he fucking round swinged in a net next to his buddy in a net. Goddamn. Samahama has
swing is really good.
No concern for friendly fire.
He just knows that his dudes can take
Recover on El Charo is pretty good, though, because his main ability, or his main function, is to use the Relative Troops skill, which eats up a lot of stamina. Yeah, where's your armor now, Sama?
Just just a 95% chance to hit.
Right. I mean, well,
Nets
he's
are
netted
super
and
good.
super surrounded. Most of my guys have backstabbers, so like he's surrounded. He's based by like 4 dudes. So for the pike hit, that's an extra 40 to hit, and then one of those guys actually adjacent to him is another like 30 to hit.
Didn't see it.
Oh, went by too quick too. I think it was like pierced leg or something.
Pierced leg muscles.
Cut leg muscles. I don't know.
Cut leg muscles.
Which is bad because that's more negative defense. It doesn't matter. Like once his armor's through and he's taking hits, his morale is gone. He's fleeing. So
he's not making it anywhere.
He's not.
Had a 95% chance to hit and surrounded by 4 dudes.
4 dudes.
None of them are failing that roll.
Hey, get back here.
Travel log.
It's alright, he'll get him. No one escapes travel log.
I mean, I appreciate what you're doing for the charge there, but I think you thought that through.
I'd say I'm really enjoying tripling strikes as an ability, though. We haven't gotten a lot of use out of it with the undead, but it super helps against orcs.
Oh yeah, because orcs they have a lot of hit points, and it's really nice to be able to debuff the shit out of them while killing them.
Yep.
Oh. Please tell me that he's got 9 lives or something, because that roll.
No. Orcs don't get 9 lives.
No.
The only enemy I've ever seen it on has been bandit leaders. Oh, and necrosawants, right?
And, yeah.
So, assholes.
Oh, another head hit, which,
not super useful.
Should have been a kill.
There you go. Now that this is about to be over. No, travelogue, come on!
No. He failed once.
So the swamp actually prevents me from moving 1 step and swinging with travelogue. So this fight had a lot of things that had to go right to get out of this without taking serious injuries. Fighting them in the water, super good. Oh, hey, nice shot.
What a fucking kill stealer.
The nets helped the morale, breaking their morale, and then bringing the right weapons to the job, the warhammers and the maces and stuff.
I mean, axes, too.
Yeah, axes are pretty good as well. They're kind of mid-ground. But travelogue, 2,300 damage.
Yeah.
I think that's a record. Mow and rail, 1,500, 1,200.
Yeah. I mean, even your backline pike people, Frank-O-Matic pulled out 600 between shooting his piddly bow and then stabbing.
Yeah, Skippy with 680. Yeah. Where's Yar? 535.
Yar's up top.
Yeah. Migane got a little bit less because he only had like 1 or 2 orcs to deal with because he held the top line.
Right.
Man, look at all this though. Uncut gems. Bunch of meat.
Strange meat.
Yeah. And then what we really were here for. Oh yeah.
For a second I thought it was a 2-handed sword. I got really excited for a second.
Oh man, yeah, travelogue with like a fucking named greatsword would be amazing. But no, it's a named noble sword.
Yeah. Still, I mean, if you're gonna have a named weapon, top tier sword.
Yeah. Oh man, so that was a tough fight. That was good times though. I'm glad I got to get through that. But oof, fucking that is a tough fight. That is definitely kind of like a post-crisis fight.
Yeah, or like the ending crisis thing. If it weren't for the warlord, like you could see 19 orcs. He would suck.
Yeah, maybe.
But you could.
Yeah. I still have one more video coming up after this, because I wanted to get one more thing done that we hadn't seen yet. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.